Today's Saturday, it's the 6th of January 2024. It's cold and it's a public holiday today, so it's very, very quiet. We're on the Paseo Maritimo, and just look down there. This is 4:10 in the afternoon. It's usually time people are out for a little walk along the patio, and we're almost the only ones. Very quiet. It has definitely gone cold. We had some rain last night, quite a lot of rain all through the night. Some big puddles over there where we parked the car, but it's stopped raining now. Some clouds, and apparently there's a couple of inches of snow, or there was a couple of inches of snow up on the highest of the mountains, Majorca. That's about 1,000, nearly 1,500 meters, 1,400 something, I think. And yeah, so they've had a dusting of snow, but nothing like that cold down here, where probably it's up to about 13 or 14 degrees, but that does feel cold to us.
It was 10 this morning when I went out.
10, yeah. With a bit of a wind chill factor on that, making it feel a lot cooler. But I don't know, something about the boats, they still look very good. So today's the raise, and yesterday was when the three kings came in, and there was a big cavalcade in Palma, a procession of different floats and other entertainers, dancers, drummers, bands. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. Well, we did, but not live. We got in the car and went down there at 5 o'clock and got stuck in the most horrendous traffic jam. And car park we intended to go to was already full, and cars were not going very quickly in any direction. So we took the direction to go back home, and watched it live on television. So we did get to watch it. Our son, who came from the other side of the island, managed to park at a different car park, which would have been quite difficult for us to get through because they closed quite a number of the roads around Palma, which is what was causing the blockage anyway. So they did get to see it. So we did get a little bit of video from them, and I might try and put that together with some photographs that I managed to get of the procession as well. Put that together as a little bit of a video so you can see what it was like. A little bit bigger and better, and I think just like New Year's Eve, even more people came out to celebrate. And the weather was lucky. We were lucky with the weather. It didn't rain for the actual arrival of the kings, or for the procession that went all around Palma. And they did change the route a little bit this year. So it went. They arrived at Mallorca, the old port, on a boat called Baleares, 100-year-old yacht. And then, after being greeted by the Lord Mayor of Palma, other dignitaries giving their little speech, they went on the floats together with all the other floats on their journey. First of all up the Borne towards CNA, and then around Palma. The difference this year was where they finished, I suppose. Instead of finishing at the Casa Solariac, they actually went all the way to Plaza Court, where the Ayuntamiento, the town hall, is. And so they, I don't know if they met the mayor again, but they were in the town hall, and they greeted the people who'd congregated in Plaza Court, and lots of waving. On the way around, those floats were throwing out sweets. I read somewhere something like 2.5 tons of sweets were going to be thrown out. And this arrival of the kings, well, it's not special for Palma. Children everywhere get their presents. In Spain on the day of the Rays today, and so the kings have to be everywhere, have to be in all the towns. So most towns have a parade or a visit from the kings at some point, and you don't have to travel to Palma. So in Palma Nova, for example, we did think of going there, but I think the parking situation would have been just as difficult, and many of the roads there were also blocked off. But in Palma Nova, again, they arrived by boat, and they passed through the streets again with different floats and entertainment. So quite an event there too. Places where they can't get to by boat, so if they're inland, kings obviously, they still have to get there, and usually they meet up at the town halls.
They used to do it in Hanover apparently, in the church yard.
Yeah, that's something we should have investigated. I doubt they would have done it this year though. Everything was, because we live in Palma, Hanover is a part of Palma. I think everything was geared to that. What wasn't very well organised were the roads. Partly our fault really. We should have set off earlier, and we should have gone by bus. And we did try that actually. At the end, we were going to get the bus, but we just missed it. So we didn't. Seeing a few more people out walking now. These are the boats that take you out on tours, and take you out for parties. And when we come back, I'll show you what's been going on the other side, because we still all the work, and it's not a pretty sight. Whereas looking out towards the boat, so much better. Still having cruise ships in. Some of our friends left on a cruise yesterday from here, and just as we've driven past, there's another cruise ship in. So the cruise ships haven't stopped for the winter or the cold weather. They're continuing on through. I think anyone who's come to Mallorca today on a cruise might be a little bit disappointed, because just about everything is closed. And coming along the Paseo Maritimo, it's not very pretty. And just last week, just a few days ago really, we went to the auditorium. That's the big building across the road there, to see the ballet. It was, should we go in the sun? It's a bit warmer. Just chilly. The ballet we went to see was the Nutcracker by the International Ballet, and really nice experience for the girls who'd never been to a ballet, and something we both enjoyed as well. Music a bit too loud, but no live orchestra, recorded music, and I think the volume was just a little bit too high.
It was, even for me.
You get close to these boats, they're really quite big, aren't they? This one is Britannia Jet, and it's got submarine vision, so it's actually a catamaran, and you go down into the hull of the catamaran, and they've got glass windows so you can actually see underwater, which can be interesting. You never know what you're going to see. Barca, Samba. If you want to go a bit faster, it's a speedboat. Big wide catamaran here. And
Johnny
Raphael.
Depp boat.
Is this Johnny Depp's, is it? Looks like it, doesn't it? It's the Raphael Bedella from Ibiza. And the date on it, is that 1841?
It is.
Wow. Probably is Johnny Depp's then.
Is he that old?
I don't know, is he? More of these big wide catamarans. They're amazingly wide, but gives them a little bit of stability in the water. When we were in Porto Cristo a few weeks ago, we saw Rafa Nadal's boat, which is a catamaran, one of these big wide catamarans like this one.
We've been watching him, haven't we? Sadly.
Yeah, well, sadly and happily. Happily he's back playing tennis. Sadly he lost, but I don't think that should be read in too deeply, other than the fact he was suffering a little bit. He was getting a little bit of pain, and that might not be good news, but we'll see how it goes. But certainly his first two matches, even the third match, the first two matches he won very well. The third match he actually had 3 match points and should have finished it off. Unfortunately he lost the second set, and so it went to a third set, and then
Thompson beat him.
came a bit undone really. So the Australian Thompson went through.
He got knocked out today anyway.
When watching the tennis this morning, and he got knocked out today. So that's how it goes, isn't it? Buses are running today. Again, if you're in the sun and there's no wind, it's not too bad. It's cool, but it's not too bad. It's when the wind starts to blow. Now for the children, this is the day when they get the presents, so it's a day when they're at home with a family, and they have
traditional meal for the kings, is there one?
I think they do, and it's usually something like suckling pig, and there's a special cake that they have.
Rosco del Reyes.
Yeah, the Rosco del Reyes, and I think there's a fancy hat to go with that as well.
No, with little kings in it. You get little things in it. No, not kings.
Yeah, they're usually made out of plastic now. Just how in England we used to put a threepenny bit or a sixpence if you got a lot of money, and in the Christmas cake or in the Christmas pudding, I can't remember.
Pudding.
In the pudding, was it? Well, here they have a cake, especially for the Rays, and there's little kings in there.
Well, there's different things, and one's for good luck and one's for bad luck.
Yeah, I think there is a tradition to that which I've forgotten.
The shell's still open, is it?
Yeah, we'll go across a bit. We'll walk a bit further on this side and then we'll cross and we'll come back on the other side. So enjoy the boats while they're there, because when we get to the other side it's a building site. It's a holiday, so there's nobody actually doing any building or doing anything very much over there, but you'll see the mess and the progress. So there is some progress made. It's clearly a long way to go, and all of this year I'm going to be doing this work. So they haven't even started on this side of the road yet.
You're going to do all this here as well?
Yep. There's a 30km/h speed limit along the Paseo Maritimo now, and at the beginning where we come on, there's a lot of these nasty speed bumps, really quite nasty ones, so you do tend to slow down. I'm noticing cars whizzing along here, particularly in the other direction, motorbikes too.
Had a busy morning taking all our decorations down.
Yeah.
All getting the house back to normal.
So all the decorations, all the Christmas tree lights, the Christmas trees outside now. What do you do with a perfectly healthy looking Christmas tree?
Hardly any needles falling off it.
No. Even when we were taking the decorations off, pretty much the only ones that came off were me tugging away at the decorations that were a little bit well tied to the tree. And we don't have room for it in our garden, and I'm not sure how well it would grow anyway.
Leave it there at the moment, see what happens. Just do my 10,000 steps.
See if we can find someone who'll give it a home. And last year, the one we had, I don't think did have roots, and ended up cutting it up and putting it in the bin.
The coffee here now.
So today's like the most public holiday of public holidays, and the refuse collectors are working today. They work in Palma 365 days a year, every day. Some of them collect general waste, some of them collect glass, some cardboard, and some plastic. There's one for oil, there's one for garden waste, lots of bins, different bins for you to put stuff in. That's a grey one, so that's general waste. So there's a bit of water in there, so the cyclists are carrying their bikes across. Normally there's no water in here, but certainly the past few times we've been here there has been water. Those black ones port cormorants as well, black and white.
I think so, yes.
There's refuse collectors doing their job. And off they go. We've got metal fencing here now to protect us from the traffic, so that we only cross at the crossing points. Oh, the Can Blanc is open. People sitting having some refreshment. One of those crossing points. Just wait for the lights to change. Oh, that was lucky, they changed. What have we got here? And now you can start to see the work that's in progress. It carries on down there, right, all the way to the next interchange. Totally dug up. And here, continuing to dig up. This is a road we would normally drive up, but from our direction you can't do that anymore. This road actually would take you back up to Genova. Some of the bars, there's Hogan's, that's open. Some of the bars up there are open. I'm just going to walk down this side now, next to all the work, next to the theatre. This is a gambling place and that's open. So you can see here some of the type of work that they're doing, which is involving putting cables and the like underground. So now it's very windy. We're actually on a yellow alert for wind. So yes, that is the work, and then there's a barrier which makes it not very pleasant walking along here really. It's a bar that's open. It's the Shamrock. Always find an Irish bar, I'm told. Thai street food. This is Walk to Home. Oh, now it's getting adventurous because they've ripped up the pavement as well. Put some concrete down, which somebody's walked through and left footprints. Archaeologists in a million years' time will be very interested in those. Now I'm getting confused. Alright, so here they are actually making progress with the laying of the cobblestones patterned, and that's got to go all the way along here. But for us, we've got to go this way now. This looks as though this part will be road eventually then, but the pavement will be much wider on that side. Take your life in your hands. Now there's a big fence here, both sides now. It's the Hotel Costa Azul. Walking directly into the sun, and Anita's forgotten her glasses. There's an Indian restaurant over there which is almost cut off. Now we can actually get round to it if we pass over here. I think we can get round. Not that we're calling in, that's the hotel. We can have a look to see what the new walkway is going to look like. It's finished, it'll look nice. There's the Indian restaurant, Madras. Tasting menu, €40. That's for 2 people, €20 per person. Now we're out of the wind, it actually feels much more pleasant. It's just very bright sunshine we're walking into. It's the Hotel Mirador. Which is, there are some lights on in there. And the Belvedere Hotel. Come out of the hotel, JCB's in front of you. Looks now as though we've got a bit of a obstacle course to manoeuvre. You can see they are finishing off. That looks like granite to me. They're putting down lots more tubes for things to go in. So here the paving's, I think, finished.
Each one has to be put in individually.
Yep. Most of the trees have stayed. They apparently are going to be planting a lot more. So it should be a lot of trees along here. This, the winds have blown the fence down by the looks of things. This is the theatre with La Placita Italian restaurant.
Abba's on tonight.
So the Placita's a place where we would sometimes go before going to the auditorium. And thank you for the music. An ABBA tribute band. They've also had the gospel choir from somewhere. That was on the day after the ballet.
This is on tonight, ABBA.
And we've got our tickets all ready to go and see Jethro Tull. It's in February. Quite looking forward to that. So there's lots of things going on. And this is one of the places where I need to goes to see the Baleares Symphony Orchestra playing. Rhythm of the Dance.
It's on when Laura's here.
So this is the Auditorium de Palma de Mallorca. Used not just as a theatre for shows but also for conventions. 23rd of February, that's the day before we go to see Jethro Tull. They've got The Other Side, which is a Pink Floyd experience. Pink Floyd being one of my favourite bands. And another one up there, Dire Straits. Songs of Dire Straits. So these are not the originals, but the Jethro Tull is Ian Anderson, so we will get a little bit of the true Jethro Tull experience. This area is now all nicely done.
So by the time it's all finished, this will need doing again.
Yep, I guess so. Another Indian restaurant coming up. This is the Agra Tandoori. And here now is starting to appreciate just how wide the pavement is. It used to be much narrower, just really to where the palm trees are there. So they've now widened this a lot, which will be great for the restaurants when things are finished. And you can see sort of a glimpse of finishing here. Still a lot to go, but you can see the progress is being made. do look to me like granite blocks. Did actually stop at this one. This is the Mumbai. It closed today, Mumbai Lounge. I do think a lot of these places gave up. Just go and wait now for the season to start. I think probably by the time the season starts, all of this will have been finished on this side, and they'll be able to open up and should be okay. That one obviously was open. It's got Merry Christmas in the window. This is looking pretty sad. This is the Palma, and we're just wondering what's going to happen to that, because that's another place we would often go to before a show, particularly when the children were involved. They used to do shows at the auditorium in the Sala Mozart, and we quite often go for a meal there before a show. This is the Palma Marina. One of the hotels that the football team sometimes stay at when they come to visit Mallorca. Just been watching an exciting game of football for England though. That was the Sunderland-Newcastle match, and interesting that quite near to the end they had a penalty given away by Baleares to make it 3-0 to Newcastle. Tomorrow we've got a cup match. It's away, and so well, I'm not sure whether it'll be televised. If it is televised, we'll try and get it onto the TV. And so this is one of the restaurants that's already making use of the extended promenade here. This is Campelut, and we've got now a nice big space. Oh yeah, it says there. Just looking to see how we can actually get around the ice cream place there. Looks as though they've been shut by the roadworks. And there is one Kenzo a bit further on, but we have to go this way, follow the road round.
Pasta.
In some of the other videos we've done, I've been speaking about charity, and one of the organisations here on the island is the Rotary International, and there's a little monument they've created, 40 years of Rotary in Mallorca, and that's dated in July of 2020. We also have the Lions Club, who do similar sort of work, and I'm obviously, as you well know, Freemason. Can we get through? Try and give one of these bars a little bit of business. And a 41 Club as well. So there's some of the organisations here that do charity work on the island. I think we're actually quite lucky to find somewhere open and serving coffee. It's very cold, it's a holiday, and
Lovely view.
And it's a lovely view. Who are you trying to kid? We've got a road roller there. Yeah, lovely view. Anyway, we're going to enjoy our coffee whether it's a lovely view or not. So cheers, thanks for watching. And it's warm, so that's okay. Well, that was a nice coffee. Can continue on our walk, just finish it off. Sun's going down, so it's light is going. To see a bit more of the work here. So when they decided they were going to do all this work, they had to protect the palm trees and did it in different ways. So that one's got some supports just holding it up. This one's got something to protect the bottom of it. And these things here, this is the rubbish bins that used to be used. These are not used anymore. So instead of using those, they've had to go back to the old traditional sort of bins. These are relatively modern though, they can be picked up and whatever it is deposited into the truck.
This place looks very open, it's social.
This is the social club, which, well, my last, when I looked at it last, this was going to be closed down and demolished, so I'm not sure what's happening now. Social Club of Mallorca. And that's just below the 1930 restaurant at the top there, Bahia Mediterranean, and it's got fantastic views. We've had meals up there in the past. At the bottom is the market, Mercat 1930, which I always fancied but never managed to get to, at least not when it's been open. And it's like a little market where you've got different stalls serving different sorts of food. This is the social club. It is open, people there. Got VIP guest list and general admission. Well, I don't think we fit into any of those categories. It's a place I've never actually been to. Not sure where I'm going now, dear. I'll go one more.
Across the road here.
Right, Anita's decided we're crossing the road. I'll follow her advice. We can go past the entrance to the social club. I don't know. Well, yeah, we can cross here. The lights are changing. Not very busy. So we'll cross now. Get onto the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Largely blue skies now. It's breezy down here. Just across the road you can see the piles and piles of bricks. Well, that's what I'm guessing they are, all ready to be laid. So I'm guessing that's the next thing on the agenda for over there. So we'll give it a few weeks and then we'll come down again, perhaps end of January, beginning of February, and see what progress has been made. I don't know if you can see in the distance, but there is one cruise ship in that we can see. We seem to be getting about one a day, really. Look at the water there, that shows how much it rained last night. I don't think it was particularly heavy, it was just constant, quite a while. And the lovely boats. Oh, nearly walked past our car. Well, it's been a nice walk, and actually a nice temperature to walk, because it's a bit cool, and just the sort of temperature that warms you up a little bit. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.